Hey guys, so I know I have been MIA the last few days, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably know why. But if you don't, I'm just going to fill you in. This is just going to be like a one take vlog, just kind of giving you guys an update. So the last video I posted was our vlog from our little day trip to Collingwood for the annual barbecue that Alex's aunt has. And it also just happened to be that family member's birthday was coming up as well. So you saw us singing happy birthday to him. That's Goran. And he actually also just got married. You might have seen a lady beside him when he was blowing out the candles, and also when they were by the pool. That is his wife. They just got married last month, I believe, in Macedonia. So yeah, anyways, so there was that, and yeah, so I didn't really get a chance to talk too much in that vlog. I apologize. It was like mostly montages. But we just mainly like we're having a blast trying out the GoPro in the water and stuff because we just thought it was so cool that you could put it underwater. But anyways, now that we've had our fun with it, we will not over flood you with underwater footage next time we vlog that. But anyways, it was a good day. I had a good time, but I felt really nauseous on the way down because it was a 2-hour drive. I ended up sleeping half of the drive there, but I felt really nauseous. So I think when we arrived there, I took some Gradual, and then after a little bit, I started nibbling on some veggies and dip, and then I started to feel better, and I was able to eat fairly normally. I just had very small portions. I didn't have a huge appetite, but I felt fine when I was swimming and everything like that. And then just before we got back in the car to come home, I started to feel a little bit nauseous again, so I took some Gradual before we even headed out on the road. But I felt horrible the entire way home, really, really nauseous. And then Friday morning, or not Friday morning, the next morning was Sunday morning, I started getting the diarrhea again. And I was like, what in the heck? I thought I was like over this. What is going on? I've never had a flu bug last over a week. Usually it's like 24 to 48 hours and it's done. And I'm like, what is going on? So I popped some Imodium because I needed to get out to Walmart to get a couple things, and I didn't want to have to run into a bathroom on the way there or whatever. So took some Imodium and I was good, and we went and we did a little bit of shopping, and then when we got back to the house, I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. I took a nap. I ended up on the couch the remainder of the day. My stomach felt weird again. So, you know, they sent us like leftovers to have for our dinner on Sunday night from the barbecue. And I was like forcing it down, but it really wasn't feeling so hot. So then before I went to bed on Sunday night, I came this close to throwing up, but I managed to stop it somehow because I really hate throwing up. And then I took out the bucket, brought it to the bedroom, left it beside my bed, and I went to bed. Monday, I had no work. Thankfully, I'm off on Mondays, so I stayed home. And I originally had plans to go to the beach with Paula. We were going to do our beach day finally because Monday morning, it was going to be a lot cooler. And in fact, it was, because I remember I stuck my head out the door when I woke up at 7 o'clock that morning, and it was only 16 out. It was actually chilly. And I was like, yes, like, you know, this is going to be great. We can do a beach thing. The weather's going to be great. I mean, it was supposed to get really hot in the afternoon, but I figured if we went in the morning and we were finished by the time it started to heat up, we'd be great. But I felt so sick. I felt so nauseous again. And I couldn't get breakfast down. I just felt, bleh. I didn't have an appetite. So I went back to the boring old bland diet, which I barely got down. So I decided to call my family doctor and see if he had happened to have an available appointment that very same day, like on Monday. Unfortunately, he didn't have any appointments available until Wednesday. And I was like, well, I'm not waiting till Wednesday. So I went into a walk-in clinic, and it's not very close to us. It's quite a ways. So I decided to take an Uber there because I figured it would be a lot faster than on the bus. And I wanted to minimize the drive as much as possible because I knew that driving really aggravated the nausea more. So I took the taxi to the doctor's, and as we got closer, my stomach was getting worse and I was just feeling like crap. So I get there, saw the doctor, went over everything. She was very nice. And so she said, well, it could be a viral thing that's just lingering, although it's rare for it to linger that long. But I do have a compromised immune system, so it could just be taking a long time to get out of me. But she said it could be a lot of different things, and that's the case. Like, when you have lupus, there are so many different things that it could be. Like, when I used to be healthy, it was like no guesswork. It was like, oh, I've caught a stomach bug. But now it's like, oh, maybe it's the methotrexate side effects, or oh, maybe it's my colitis coming back, or maybe lupus is attacking my stomach, or maybe this, or maybe that. There's so many different things. So she ran a full workup of blood work to check my electrolytes, my platelets, my liver, kidneys, I mean, everything. She did very thorough blood work. And then she asked me to also do a stool sample, which when I take Imodium, I told you guys I took Imodium on Sunday morning. If I take Imodium, I don't go for days. So I probably shouldn't take like the actual dose they recommend, which is 2 pills. I probably should have only taken 1. But I haven't been able to do the stool sample yet because I haven't gone. Sorry if that's too much information. But anyways, that's what she's requested. So I'm still hoping I can get that done. But in the meantime, Alex met me at the doctor's office. He actually got there just as I finished my appointment. And so and the doctor prescribed me Zofran, but she only prescribed 6 pills. Because she's like, we don't like you to take it long term or whatever. So she gave me 6 tablets, and so we had to go to a different place to go get the blood work done. So Alex and I drove over there because it was supposed to close in like 45 minutes. So we drove over there, and of course, another drive, my stomach was not feeling so hot. So we went there, got the blood work, and in years past, I usually requested to lay down for blood work because I had a tendency to faint when I was pricked more than once. Well, since then, I've gotten so used to having blood work like every 3 months, and the lady that usually does it is so good that it's fine. So I've usually been fine sitting up, but because I already felt queasy and a little bit dizzy, I was like, you know what? I think I better just lay down this one time for blood work. So I laid down, got the blood work done. And there was a Tim Hortons nearby, and I was really hungry at that point because I really hadn't eaten much that day. And I said, you know, maybe if we go over to Tim Hortons, grab like some soup for me, and I could have a little bit of soup. Maybe it'll help my stomach feel a little bit better for the ride home. So we went there and got that. I ate soup. It went down great. I was like, oh, this is so good. I feel so much better. And then we get in the car and we start driving home. And Alex was going to drop me off at home while he went to fill the Zofran prescription. And just as we were literally like we were probably about 5 minutes or less from home, I had to get Alex to pull over because I really had to throw up. Like I couldn't wait. So that was an exciting adventure to try and pull over because he was already on the side that he needs to be to turn onto our street. So he had to go all the way across to get pulled over. So yeah, so he pulled over and I threw up all of my soup. And I just felt like crap. I mean, my stomach felt a little bit better after I threw up, but then by the time we got home, I still felt like crap. So I laid down and I just rested for the evening. Alex went and bought the Zofran, and I took a dose as soon as he got home. And it kind of did help a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. And then I was just like super, super hungry. So I just nibbled on some crackers and stuff. So anyways, the next day was Tuesday. I woke up in the morning hoping I could go to work with the help of Zofran, but I wasn't feeling it. I was like, you know what? Like, what if I throw up on the bus ride down or something? I don't know. I didn't feel right. So I had to call in sick again, which I really hated to do because like this is my last month there, and I feel like, oh my gosh, like I hope that they're, you know, because they were saying that they'd like me back in the future if I happen to be looking for work at that time, and like I just hope I'm not ruining that because I keep calling in sick. But I legitimately, there's no way. So I took Tuesday off and I called my mom. And I am so thankful for my mom. I called my mom up because first off, I wanted some company because I just hate being home alone when I'm sick like that. And so I asked her if she could come over and maybe like bring me some things to like nibble on because we didn't get a chance to get groceries at all on Sunday or Monday just due to me not feeling well. And so we had bread, but it went moldy like a day before. So we threw out our bread. So I had really nothing to eat. Like I had a little bit of applesauce left, but the bananas were gone. There was no bread for toast. I had some crackers in the house, but that was about it. So I was like, I don't know, do you think you could bring over something? So my mom, I love her so much. She came over, she made some Jello for me. She brought me some applesauce cups. She brought me some nice hearty chicken noodle soup because the kind that Alex bought is like those little cans that just have like noodles and broth essentially, but this one she brought had like some carrots and some big chunks of chicken in it, so you feel like you're filling yourself up a little bit more. So she brought me some of that. And anyways, so she got here around noon and I managed to, she brought me some watermelon, so I managed to eat some watermelon slices, which went down really well. And I also had taken Zofran when I woke up that morning, so I think that was a big help. So I was able to eat watermelon, I was able to eat some toast, and I was able to eat some soup. And I think that was it. And so then, just before she got here, I got a call from the walk-in clinic saying, Your test results are in and the doctor would like to see you. And I was like, oh, okay. So my mom and I left here around 4. We took an Uber to the doctor's appointment and she waited with me, and then Alex was going to meet me there just like we did the day before. And so anyways, we go in and we're waiting like 45 minutes, and then the doctor finally comes in, and it was a different doctor than I saw the day before. So he comes in and he's like, what can I help you with? And then I'm like, well, I got a phone call asking to come in because of some test results. And he goes, oh yeah, he goes, it says here that your platelets are high, and so maybe you're a little bit dehydrated or something. So then I proceeded to explain to him why I had come in yesterday and what the tests were for and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, well, not all of the test results are in. And he points through like this big list of like the liver tests, the kidney tests, and all these other tests that say pending. He's like, those ones are still pending. So he's like, we really aren't sure. We don't really have an answer yet. And he goes, except for your platelets are kind of high, which means you could be dehydrated a bit. And then, so he's like, drink more fluids. And I'm like, okay, well, what about this nausea? Because I told him, like, I vomited again last night. I am missing a lot of work because of this. I need something to get me through the day. The lady had prescribed me Zofran, but I'm almost finished those 6 tablets already. So is there any way you can prescribe me more? And he's like, well, you know, Zofran just pretty much like just blocks out the symptoms, but it doesn't help the cause. So we need to know the cause. And I'm like, okay, but can you at least give me some more until we know what's wrong? Because I can't work when I'm like this, and I've been missing way too much work. So finally he prescribed some more, but again, he only gave me 6 tablets. So he's like, we really don't like to give it long term. This is usually for people that are on like chemo and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he prescribed that. And so I was not happy that I had to come all that way for one test. And the funny part is it was to do with my platelets being high, which at my last lupus clinic appointment, which was the day that I ended up getting sick, the doctor had told me that my platelets are always high, are always a little bit high. And they're not sure why, but they might need to send me to a hematologist at some point. So that was nothing new. That was like no new news. I don't even link that to what's going on right now because it's not new. Apparently it's been ongoing for years. So, you know, so that was really frustrating. So I'm still waiting for the rest of the results. No one has called, and I'm assuming the test results should be back. I can actually check them online, which I'm going to do today. But yeah, so that's what's happening with that. I did manage to go to work yesterday because I was feeling a bit better by the end of Tuesday. Like I said, I managed to get some good food in me on Tuesday. And so, yeah, yesterday, Wednesday, I did go to work. It was a little rough in the morning, but I took the Zofran and I brought some with me. And I just took it slow. I just paced myself really slow, rested if I needed. The heat was unbearable yesterday, which if I was out in the heat, because I had to take Margaret to the library because we had to return our library books. And I felt sick in the heat. That was brutal for me. The heat was so bad. It was in the 40s with the Humidex. So that was hard, but I made it through the day and I got to enjoy some more Annie time when Margaret was napping. And Margaret was really well behaved yesterday, which was like a blessing because last Friday she was being quite the troublemaker for both her mom and I. And so it was a blessing that yesterday she was well behaved because it made my day a lot easier since I still wasn't feeling well. And so we still enjoyed the day, and I was able to eat, so I haven't thrown up anymore. Today is my day off, and I'm feeling pretty good. I've had breakfast so far. I'll be having lunch soon. I'll probably have soup again. Alex and I did get our groceries last night, or Tuesday night, after my appointment, and so we've got lots of soups here. So yeah, I'm just trying to like pace myself and take it easy, but at this point, we don't really know the cause. I was a little worried that it might be the methotrexate, but the thing is that the point of me going on the injections was to hopefully avoid the nausea that the pills caused me at this dose. But I know, like, for some people, it just depends on the people. Like, I know some people still get the nausea with the injections. But I did a lot of reading up on it, and a lot of people said sometimes you kind of have to just, like, bear with it for the first few weeks, and then your body will adjust, and the nausea will go away. But for some others, it doesn't, and they just can't take it. We might need to lower the dose. I don't know. So I've been toying with the idea of missing my dose tomorrow just to see if it helps at all. But right now I feel like I'm feeling a little bit better. So I don't know, because if it's a bug that just has to work its way out of me, maybe I'll start to feel better, and maybe it's not the injections. But then I'm afraid to take the injection, and then I start to feel really sick again. But the weird thing is that when I was taking the pills, and the pills made me nauseous, the nausea would come on, it would start about 2 days after I took my pills. I take my pills Friday night, and then the nausea would hit me starting Sunday, sometimes even Monday. But this time, all of this started on a Thursday night, almost 1 week from my injection. So I don't know if it's the injection, because I don't think it would take almost a week to feel those effects. Like, I think it would be like by Sunday, not by Thursday. So it's a mystery. It's just a mystery to figure out. So I mean, we'll see what the results say. The doctor said to follow up next week, so maybe I'll go on Monday because I'm off Monday. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling better, so I'm hoping it's just going to be a gradual thing. But that's my update. So right now I'm feeling okay. Not 100%, but okay. I'm making it. I haven't thrown up anymore, which is good. So I hope that continues, and I hope I just get better, and maybe it was just a bug. I'll see if I can get that stool sample in and see what that says, although I doubt there'll be anything there, but you never know. So yeah. So I just wanted to explain why I've been missing in action the last few days. And that's why, because I just have been feeling super crummy and just wanting to sleep and lay down and not do anything. So, but last night I was feeling a little bit better. So while I was watching YouTube, I was cuddling with Landon. So that was nice. I haven't done that in a while. But that's about it. So I just have to say I'm so thankful for my mom, who came and took care of me on Tuesday. And I'm so thankful for Alex, because he's been taking care of me. And also very thankful for my friend Paula and my friend Yvonne. They've been checking in on me almost every day to see how I'm doing. Paula keeps asking if I need anything, or if I need a ride to a doctor's appointment or whatever. So it's so sweet of her to be checking in on me. And yeah, and just thank you to all of you guys who have been sending get well wishes and all. It means a lot. So I'm going to sign off here before I ramble on forever. I know I probably already have. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!